Welcome to the circus. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hi everybody, I guess I'm a little late to the game here. I'm sure people have already posted full builds of this kit by now because it is definitely going to be a very easy build. This is the Tom Daniels Sidewinder that was just released by Atlantis about a month ago. I had it on pre-order. I've been waiting for it for months. Actually had two of them on pre-order. They finally got released just right after Thanksgiving. Both of them arrived, and I opened one of the boxes right away, went through it real quick, and I'm sure by now there's already been unboxings, and I'm sure there's already been, like I said, full builds of it because it's been around for a while. A month is, I guess, not that long, but it's been around for a month, I should say, right? In any case, if you're a Tom Daniel fan, you're probably excited to see this coming out, even though it's probably not the version that you would have preferred to have seen. But I think a lot of us are looking at this going, I'm going to try and turn this into like a horned toad or something close to the horned toad. The horned toad is what this began life as, and then it became the Rattler. Tom Daniel himself wasn't too crazy about the Rattler. And part of the reasons he wasn't crazy about the Rattler was because, well, they had to kill the horned toad in order to make the Rattler. And the big thing with the horned toad was it was basically this shape, and you had that really cool swooping, the horns for the front window and everything. That was pretty cool. In any case, the Sidewinder fixed at least one of the issues that Tom Daniel was complaining about, and that was the fact that it was molded in green, and he wasn't too crazy about the color of it and everything. The thing I like least about this thing is the goofy tongue in the front. Even when I build it as the Sidewinder, I probably will leave the tongue out. I'd have much rather seen if you're making it like snake-like, put a couple fangs in there, then that might be pretty cool. In any case, maybe that's what I'll do, is add a couple fangs in the front, and I don't know. I'm not too concerned about that part. I like the Sidewinder decals that come with this. I was having issues when I first opened this up going, what in the world do you do with all these decals? Because you don't see many of them on there. And then I read along the bottom here, the P is for passenger side, D is for driver's side, and then F is for fender, R is for rear end, and then S is for spoiler, and O is for optional. If I'd have read that earlier, I wouldn't have been nearly as confused about the decals. So like this one up here, OS, it's optional for the spoiler, and then this is also optional for the spoiler. Both of these are optional for the spoiler, so you can put that on top of the spoiler, which is right up here. The other thing I noticed almost immediately is like, hey, the spoiler is not tan. It is also in the copper tone. Now, a lot of people did not like the copper tone. I really like the copper tone. We've had so much stuff in chrome. I'm going to like this. I do like the way that copper looks, so that's pretty cool. I like the slant on the engine. Also, I was looking at the exhaust pipes here, and there is enough of a drop in there so that you'll be able to just kind of get a little black paint in there, close up the or open up the ends there. So that's going to be pretty cool. Be easy to paint those up. I just like the he's got some really, he's right, the exhaust pipes on there are really cool. And then you've got the carbs up here. Those look really good too, the Weber carbs I like that. So that's slant 6 poncho is going to be pretty cool, especially at the angle that he has it sitting at. So I'm really happy with the engine. As you can see, there's not a lot of parts here. I think there was a total of 3 sprues. This is it for the body. So if you want to do some customizing and stuff, you're definitely going to get into your evergreen plastic and maybe trim some stuff out. I know that's part of what I want to do is trim out the back here because well, let's pop this off real quick too. I don't think I'll lose parts if I take them off. Drop this in the spot here, and you're going to see that there's a gap back here. Now that's not a problem once you have this on. That was another thing. I'm like trying to get this on. It's like, man, that does not fit right at all. See the gap and everything. And then I read the instructions and it says remove these pins so that this will sit flush on here. So you really just have to remove the pins and then glue this down and get it as flush as you can, and then, you know, fill and sand that way. But I'm gonna get the engine and the seat in place here, and then there's some backings for the backs of the seat, but then you've got this big gap back here, and I think what I want to do is fix this up a little bit and maybe put the space back there for the fuel tank and the battery and such like that in the back there. That'll make that look a little bit better, even if you won't be able to see it too much. I do know I'm going to make one version of this as a convertible, so that will also probably mean that I will maybe cut off portions of this. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the roof on this thing either, because I kind of agree with Tom. I don't like this part of the kit right here. Now, I don't mind the little cab in the back, but I don't like the way how far this goes out and then the slant of the window going forward. And I got a feeling that's part of what Tom didn't like about it either, but who knows? I can't read the guy's mind. I know what I don't like about it. I'm going to make one without fenders also, but I'm going to make one as close to the original Rattler or Sidewinder as possible. I do like the tan color on this. That's going to be pretty cool. Who knows? Maybe I'll paint that red and use it. I don't know. Any case, it's pretty cool. It's going to be a very easy build when I get started on it. Unfortunately, getting started on this build is going to wait a little bit, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't done a video yet on anything, because I basically ran into a block on the vehicle I'm working on right now. And so let me just go right into that vehicle right now, the one I'm working on that has caused a stoppage in building. Oh, before I do that though, the tires, they're kind of a low profile, not nearly as low as I was hoping, and they are going to require a little bit of cleanup. You can see there's a lot of flashing going on with some of these tires, but all in all, I'm pleased with the kit, and I'm happy that a new Tom Daniel kit is out there and something we can build. I'm hoping to see even more stuff coming from Atlantis and the Tom Daniel family. We'll see what happens. I'm also excited that the saber-toothed tiger and the cave bear are coming back out. Those were old prehistoric scene kits, so those will be coming too. But let me briefly show you what I am working on now. And once I get that done, I'm moving on to the Sidewinder. So here you have it. It's the Revell 125th scale Land Rover. This is the 1971 model of the Land Rover, long wheelbase, sometimes referred to as a station wagon. But I wanted to do this as a safari type vehicle with the zebra stripes and everything. Now, I've built one of these many years ago, not the Revell, but I actually built I think it was in a Talarai in 1/35th scale, and I did it up in the zebra stripes and everything, and I really liked it, but I wasn't too satisfied with it also at the same time. I just didn't like the way I'd done the zebra stripes. And that kit is long gone. And then I saw this one on 1/24 scale, so I had to grab it because that's a more proper scale for me to try and do this. And well, I tried it. I had this sprayed white. The color I was using is to me is racing white. I did not want something that was a solid white. I went with the Tamiya racing white, and you can see here is the Tamiya racing white over the white plastic versus what we have now. Notice there's a difference in shade, and that's because I had done this in the Tamiya racing white, and then I tried masking it off, and I sprayed it with black, you know, to get the zebra stripes on there. When I did the unmasking and everything, it just looked awful. So it's like, because of all the little grooves here and everything, is bleeding all over the place. So I ended up stripping it, and then because I had stripped it, I ended up having to prime it with Tamiya's primer gray right here, and it took like 3 or 4 light sprays of the primer gray over it to finally get rid of the black from showing through. And once doing all that, spraying it with the antique white, you know, this is like 4 coats of the antique white, and it's still not as clear as this. Now, that's not a major issue, even though you can definitely see a difference in shade, especially in person. You can definitely see a difference in shade. I could always leave that off, but I'm not going to. I'm hoping that once I get the new black stripes on there, it will work out better. Now, that's the other thing. After doing that once, I said, all right, what I'll do is I'll hand paint the zebra stripes. Not too bad. It looked okay, but I just wasn't satisfied with it that way either. So I ended up stripping it all down again, putting it all down again. So this is like twice that I have stripped it, which was getting me pretty much frustrated with the whole kit. So I'm now on my 3rd attempt at putting on zebra stripes. And that is what has been occupying my time for the last month and a half, or however long it's been since I finished the Tijuana Taxi. So that's where my block has been. So I'm going to try and get those stripes on today, and hopefully it'll work out all right, and then I can move forward. We'll see how it goes. All right, I think this is my last attempt at doing the zebra stripes. Definitely not perfect. I'm going to be doing a lot of touching up, which is better than just starting all over again, I guess. This is where a big drop of paint fell, so I had to dab that out, and so that definitely needs to be touched up. There's some other spots up here that need touching up. Notice how all the paint ran together up here. I've got to touch up there. And this is what happens a lot, right there where you had the body molding going. It just seems like naturally the paint is just going to drip where you don't want it to drip. So in any case, that's the zebra pattern on there. There's the back, and then the passenger side, and then all the way up front. Now, if you notice, the hood for the engine is solid black. I saw a lot of photos of these Land Rovers, and it seemed like a lot of them had just a solid black hood over the engine, and I think that's because the stripes would cause vision issues or something with the sun glaring down and everything. So I think it's just to improve vision out the front window. I've decided I'm going to leave this cover on the top solid white, basically to keep the cab area cool. So otherwise what you got up here is this, and trying to get that zebra pattern to go across the entire vehicle would really be a nightmare. So I kind of like it just with this on there. And then once I get the equipment up on top and the rails and everything, that should look pretty cool. In any case, that's the zebra stripes before touching up. We'll see what they look like later once I got it all touched up and everything. Let me know what you think.
Thank you for visiting Toby's Glue Bomber Circus. If you liked what you saw, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with your friends, leaving a comment, and subscribe and ring that notification bell. Really do appreciate it. Thanks again.